amiguitos, and welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Ceja!
It's Cooking with Ceja! Ceja! Cooking with Ceja! Ceja!
So I pretty much summed it up today. I never learned how to cook Mexican food properly. My mom taught my sisters, never really taught me, and the reason I've been stealing a lot of her recipes lately is because I want to learn what she does. I want to embrace my culture. I was at my local Mexican market, Sprouts, very Mexican, and I saw these big, beautiful, girthy tortillas. Look at the size of these things. And I thought I can make a great motherfucking burrito. Not just any burrito. A great burrito. Un burrito grande! And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to be making a delicious chicken burrito with green tomatillo salsa and cilantro lime rice. Guys, these ingredients put together just to make this delicious. Oh my gosh. You're going to love it. For this recipe, we're going to start off by adding 1 tablespoon of oil. Of course, I'm using Masola. Thanks for the sponsorship. And 1 tablespoon of butter. And we're going to melt that in a quart pan that's been heating up. This should have been hot. What the hell? Where's my assistant? Once your butter has melted, we're going to add 1 cup of long grain rice or extra long grain rice, whatever your preference is. And we're going to cook our rice in our oils, or our fat and oil. Just before it browns. So just give it a nice stir for about 3 to 4 minutes. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken bouillon. Ah, that was hot! And I'm also going to add a bouquet of cilantro stems that are tied, so that's why I called it a bouquet. Very, very fancy. Throw that in there. And then finally, I'm going to take the zest of half a lemon. I'm going to turn my heat down to low, cover this up, and we're going to cook our rice until the water is almost melted. Then we're going to open the lid back up and add a couple more ingredients. On this side, I have a cast iron skillet, which has been heating up on my highest setting. I have 1 tablespoon of oil. Be very careful when handling cast iron because it does conduct heat. To this, I'm going to add 1 prepared chicken breast. So you can get this at your butcher. Most Mexican butcher shops already have a prepared carne asada chicken breast, which includes thigh meat. Thigh meat gives chicken breast a lot more flavor when you're adding it to burritos, tacos, any recipe that requires just that extra fatty flavor. We're going to brown this on both sides, so just a quick browning for about 2 minutes on each side before we let it cook all the way through. See how it has a nice little sear now? We're going to do the same to the other side. That seared a lot faster because of the heat. Turn it back around. I'm going to lower the heat on this. to medium low and cover that up. I'm just gonna let this cook all the way through, tenderize a little bit. My heat's been turned down to low, and just let that finish cooking and tenderizing and getting all that flavor situated, probably for another 6 to 7 minutes. For my tomatillo salsa, I'm gonna start off with 1 tomatillo. I'm not gonna make a lot. This is only enough for 2 burritos, so I only need 1. I'm gonna take my tomatillo, seed out the center. That's 1 whole tomatillo. We're also gonna add some red onion. A little bit of cilantro. I'm also going to cut in some green onion just for sweetness. The juice of half a lime. Pinch of salt. Little bit of pepper. I always pour my spices, not always, but I like to pour my spices into my hand just to add the flavor of my hand, you know, all the sweat, everything that I've been, you really can taste, you know, the manual labor in my food. Okay, we're gonna mix this up. Sometimes I add my diced avocados directly onto this. I'm actually going to cut thicker strips of avocado and put them on the burrito. So I'm going to keep it off this time, but you can definitely add some avocado in this pico de gallo. Give it a quick little taste. It's good to go. All you need to adjust sometimes is the lime or the salt. This is just where I want it. My rice is cooked almost halfway through. I'm gonna add the juice of half a lime and about 2 tablespoons of cilantro that's been chopped. Then finally, I'm gonna take out that bouquet of cilantro stems. We don't need this anymore. We don't want it in our lives or in our food. All right, stir that in. I've gotten way better at making rice, guys. Rice was one of my biggest obstacles, and now I can just step into it with confidence and vigor and excitement that I'm not gonna burn it to the bottom. Look at that, it's not burned. I mean, it's stuck a little, but that's the pan's fault, not my fault. You want to add a little more cilantro. It adds just that pretty green color. Oh yeah, there we go. Just cook this through. But this is actually a nice consistency. Not too mushy, not too dry. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off on that. This rice definitely has a good personality. Okay, close it up just to keep it warm. This won't be a wet burrito, but it'll definitely have some nice moisture and wetness on the inside, just like we like it, y'all. All right, so this is 1 whole avocado, a couple of pieces of chile serrano. Chile serrano is very, very spicy. It has a definitely a kick to it. So I just add a couple of slices of that. A 1/4 cup of cilantro, a 1/4 cup of onion, 1 whole tomato. I cut the end off, and 2 cloves of garlic. That's gonna go in my blender. All right, and to this, we're gonna add 1 cup of chicken stock. If you use the powder like I do, then it's chicken bouillon, very French. Oh shoot. Ah shoot, technical difficulties, y'all. All right, I saved the salt and the lime for the end just so I can adjust it properly. So we're gonna taste this really quickly. All right, let's get that opened up. Look at that, guys. Delicious, straight out of The Exorcist. All right, let's give this a taste. All right, so we're gonna give this a taste. Oh, that's almost perfect. So the chicken bouillon or the chicken stock definitely already adds good seasoning to it. I could actually leave it as is, but we are gonna add a little bit of lime juice, so half a lime juice, and we're also gonna add a little pinch of salt, just a little bit. So in goes the juice of half a lime. A lot of lime going on in here. That's definitely a staple of Mexican cooking. Lime is different from lemon, even though in Spanish we say limón y limón. Y nunca entiendo a cuál pinche limón le tengo que poner. And you can't call it a lima because that's some other shit. Someone explain to me the differences, please. A little bit of salt. Ugh! You didn't hear that, and you didn't see nothing. All right, we're gonna close this up. And all right, let's try this out again. All right, let's give this another try. There we go. The lime was the last little bit we needed. Salsa is perfect. Wait, I'm questioning myself. Nope, yep, it's perfect. Alright, so reach into your Mexican pot holder. I'm gonna get my comal. I don't even know what to call it in English, so I'm gonna call it a comal. And we're gonna heat this up to heat up our tortilla. Perdón. All right, for this next step, I'm gonna take some queso fresco and slice it into thin slices. That should be good. I'm gonna take my tortilla. Look at this, guys. Huge, huge tortilla. And we're gonna heat it up. Chingue a su madre, guys. I was not kidding. This tortilla is bigger than my freaking comal. We make it happen here on Cooking with Ceja. I need to just turn this whole setup into a skillet. Actually, let me get on that. That would be a good idea. We just have an industrial cooktop here. If y'all want to fund it, someone start a GoFundMe, we'll make it happen. All right, once one side is cooked, we're gonna heat this up almost like a quesadilla. So I'll only take half of it. Cover this with the thin slices of cheese, spread those out a little bit. So we're covering this up with our thin slices of cheese, folding it in half, and we're just gonna let that cook on one side and then flip it and cook it on the other side. This allows for the cheese to melt in there. So just take a look at this. The cheese is definitely melting in there, and my tortilla hasn't overcooked on either side. That's why you want to keep the temperature about medium high, but definitely not too high to where you're already burning half the tortilla when you're melting the cheese. I have my skillet heated up again. What I did is I cubed my chicken breast after it's been cooked, and we're just gonna give it a final cook through. If you like it tender on your burrito, fine. Stick it in there, it's cooked, it's good to go. But we're gonna give it that extra little char to get some of those extra flavors. gonna sprinkle some paprika and some pepper over the top. There we go. And this is just a quick fire. This is the asada part of it. It gets to cook back in its own juices. You get that extra little crispness to the outside. You definitely don't want to overcook it. We still want a nice tender chicken, which is what the thigh meat does with this breast. Alright, there's definitely a smokier smell coming out of it now. This is pretty much where I want it. So I'm going to turn it off there. Alright, so let's get working on assembling our burrito. Alright guys, the time has come for us to assemble our burrito! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's put together a burrito. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by adding our rice over our cheese there. Okay. Throw our meat on that. This burrito, by the way, can be vegetarian so easy. Get some mushrooms that you've sauteed for a while, season them with Mexican seasoning, add everything that else we've just made, and I swear it's a great burrito, and I know because I tried it out, and trust. Alright, take some of my salsa over the top of that. Yeah, we're gonna be nice and friendly with this salsa. Definitely wanna get it in there. Okay. Some avocados. I like avocado a lot, so these are thick slices we got going on in there. Hey, why the hell not? And we're gonna add our tomatillo pico de gallo there over the top. Okay guys, so to fold a burrito, oh shit, my tortilla cracked. You roll in the center like this, bring it around. You definitely want to do this with a soft tortilla. This tortilla is starting to dry because it's been sitting out here. Why, Jesus? Okay. You know what? We make it work here. Is it super pretty? No. Not like the one I was showing you guys on Sunday. But, is it delicious? Hell to the fucking yes. Guys, look at this. Oh, doesn't that look freaking amazing? Ladies and gentlemen, I have outdone myself. I am ready to eat. Oh, look at this, guys. Very simple plating. If you want to impress the bitches, this is definitely how you do it. Baby, I made you a taco. I made you a burrito. I made you, you know, whatever. Plate it up nice. It doesn't matter if it's chicken nuggets and you just plated it beautifully. They will eat that shit up. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Cooking with Ceja. I am Miguel Ceja, your hostess with the mostest, and I'm going to enjoy this delicious burrito and If you want to enjoy it too, make sure to follow the recipe. And I promise my food isn't like my butt. We both do look tasty, but my food doesn't taste like shit. Oh, fuck me. That's a good one. Make sure you wrap this up when the tortilla's hot. Just last little final tip. Thank you for watching once again. I will see you next week. Make sure to subscribe.
It's Cookie with Ceja.